The scariest ghost stories from China that are guaranteed to haunt you forever. Number 10. The Haunted House. A young couple in China were looking to buy their first home. After saving for years, they found the home of their dreams and moved right in. However, soon after, strange things started happening. At night, the woman would hear footsteps above her head, even though she lived on the ground floor. Sometimes she would see the shadow of a person walking by, but when she turned the lights on, no one was there. One day she found a hidden camera, and when she checked the footage, it showed a little girl in a Victorian nightgown walking around the house. The little girl then walked up to the camera and ripped it out. The couple was so scared they put their house up for sale and moved out immediately. No. 9. The Hitchhiker. A man was driving through the mountains when suddenly a woman in white flagged down his car. She was beautiful, but he could tell she was a ghost because her body was see. Still, he offered her a ride, and she thanked him by sitting in the front seat and caressing his arm. Then she started to fade away. He stopped the car and got out to see where she disappeared too, but he couldn't find her anywhere. Then he heard a voice saying, "You have brought her back. Now you must stay with her." He panicked and drove off, but he kept hearing the voice. Eventually, the voice became too much, and he crashed into a tree. When he woke up, he saw the same woman who had gotten into his car. She was sitting on a rock crying, and he knew he was in hell. Number 8. The Ghost Train. Many people have seen the ghost train of Shanghai, but no one knows where it's coming from or where it's going. It was first spotted in 2005 and is said to appear once a year during the Ghost Festival. It travels between two stations that don't exist anymore. The train consists of 3 cars and is filled with passengers dressed in old-fashioned clothes. They're either hanging out the window or waving to people as the train goes by. No one has been able to board the train, but many people have heard its whistle. And some say if you listen closely, you can hear the passengers singing and crying. Number 7. The Hungry Ghost. An old woman in China was known for eating the souls of children. To protect their kids, parents would tie red strings around their waists. Before letting them go out to play, the string would act as a shield, preventing the woman from taking their soul. But one day, a little boy wandered off, and the woman was able to snatch his soul. His mother searched for him for days, but he was nowhere to be found. Finally, she went to the old woman and offered her own soul in exchange for her son's. The old woman agreed, but only if she was allowed to eat half of his soul. So she returned the rest of the boy's soul, and the mother took him back. To this day, people still ask why she did. You didn't just kill the old woman, instead of making her an even stronger ghost? Number 6. The Doll. In 1961, a young girl drowned in a river in China. Her brother was so distraught that he made a vow to bring her back. He spent years searching for her, but she never came back. He spent years searching for her, but she never came back. One day, he saw a doll in the window of a shop that looked exactly like his sister. He bought it and took it home. That night, the doll started moving around and speaking in his sister's voice. She told him that she was trapped inside the doll and begged him to set her free. So he took her back to the river and threw her in. The next day, people saw a girl playing in the river, and she looked exactly like his sister. But when they asked her name, she replied, "I am the doll." Number 5. The Bridge. There is a bridge in China that only appears at night. It is called the Bridge of the Dead, and it is said to be guarded by a monster that devours anyone who crosses. People claim to see the bridge every year during the Ghost Festival. It's covered with moss and cobwebs, and anyone who walks on it disappears. Some people have tried to cross, but they were all pulled back by chains. Others say the best way to avoid the monster is to walk in the middle of the bridge. But so far, no one has been able to cross without being attacked. No. For the coffin seller. A coffin seller in China was known for selling cursed coffins that would bring death to anyone who bought them. No one knows why he started doing this, but some say it's because he was in debt. He would take out loans from people and then use their money to buy more coffins. Then he would sell the coffins for 10 times the price and keep the profit. Soon he had become very rich, and people were wondering how he was getting away with this. The truth was, he wasn't. Every time someone bought one of his coffins, they would die within a year. No. The curse. A curse in China is said to cause people to go crazy and then eat their own face. It is called the Curse of the Hungry Ghosts, and it is said to be caused by an evil spirit. The first symptom is a burning sensation on your face, followed by an insatiable hunger. Then your skin starts to peel away, and your teeth start to fall out. Eventually, you will rip your own face off and eat it. No. 2. The Shadow. A man in China was walking home when he saw a shadow behind him. He turned around, but no one was there. This happened several times, and each time the shadow looked exactly like him. He was so scared that he ran home and locked himself in his room. But the next day, the shadow followed him again. It was always just out of sight. But he could feel its presence behind him. He tried to outrun it, but it was no use. Finally, he gave up and sat down to wait for it to catch up. And when it did, he turned around and saw a little girl holding a lantern. She apologized for scaring him and said she just wanted to show him something. Then she led him outside and pointed to the sky. He looked up and saw his shadow for the first time. It was huge and it was smiling at him. Number 1. The red dress. A woman in China was known for wearing a red dress and haunting the streets at night. She's said to be the ghost of a young girl who died in a car accident. She was only 12 years old when she was hit and killed, and ever since her soul has been stuck in the car. She's often seen standing next to busy roads, and some people say she's trying to warn them of an upcoming accident. Others say she's just lost and doesn't know how to move on. But if you see her, don't engage. Just keep walking and pretend you didn't see anything.